Hi, I'm Caitlin Black-Salinas, therapist with the ReMerge program. Today you are hearing the stories of our incredibly brave graduates. They're going to paint a picture of their lives before and share how they have changed their lives throughout the program. They're here to offer encouragement to anyone beginning their transformation. On behalf of ReMerge, we would like to congratulate all of our graduates and thank you for sharing your stories today.
Addiction started with me at a young age. I was about 13. I remember just thinking that that was really the path that I was supposed to be on. In 2015, my mom passed away and my whole world just kind of crashed down. I didn't really have any kind of means of figuring out how to do this on my own. And I knew that if I didn't do something quick with my life, that my children would be motherless, just like I was.
Basically what I did when I went out into the world of addiction, I just left my family behind. I thought it was better for them that way. I didn't think I could get sober. I didn't think that I would stay sober, but I didn't want to be miserable anymore. I spent a lot of time just being ashamed of myself, being ashamed of what I was doing to my family.
I might have been there providing the necessities for me and John Henry, but I was not there as a mother emotionally. My whole being was consumed with drugs and alcohol. Knowing that somebody else could be raising my son was the worst feeling that I've ever gotten. Facing 25 years in prison in another county, and I was scared.
I had just gotten out of an abusive relationship, mentally and physically abusive. I had no self-worth. My confidence was completely shot. I thought that everything he said to me was true, and basically my life would just end in prison, or I thought I was gonna be dead. I realized, I need help. I'm gonna end up going to prison for 20 plus years. I'm not ever gonna see my kids. I'm gonna have my baby in prison.
My life before ReMerge was absolute, utter chaos. Not knowing where I was gonna spend the night, looking just every which way just to get drugs, just only caring about myself. I was living in a hotel just because I was running from the cop. Couldn't even look at myself in the mirror anymore. Couldn't even be there for my kids, couldn't even talk to my mom.
I had an 18-month-old daughter who I had never put to bed. I never gave her a bath. I never spent a Christmas with her. I was in and out of jail. It was a miracle if I didn't go to jail once a month. And I wanted to be a mom so bad, but I didn't know how. When DHS filed to terminate my rights to my 3-year-old, that was a wake-up call.
It was horrible. I was in a really abusive marriage for 16 years. I was in my addiction, and I became homeless, living under a bridge for 6 years. Thought I was gonna die on the streets, and I was in and out of jail. Towards the end, I wanted to be sober, and I wanted to not be homeless, and I wanted to get my life back, but I had no idea how to do it. Because I knew if I went to prison, I was just gonna learn more of what I didn't need to know, and if I went back to the streets, I was gonna die.
It was really dark. I had zero support system. I was an addict, so my family didn't really want to have anything to do with me. I did not know what to do. I didn't know what the next 5 years was gonna be like. I didn't know what the next 5 minutes was gonna be like. I was ready to get clean, and I was ready to be back with my family and my kids. I was ready to be a mom again.
I have custody of both of my sisters back now. They live with me full time. They're doing great. I haven't really done anything extra besides just lead an example for them of what doing the next right thing looks like. I like to look at that as my greatest accomplishment, really, is just getting my act together so that I could be a role model for them, so they have what I didn't have when I was their age.
I am back in school, I'm working, and I love my job. It's in the field that I ultimately want to go into. I'm looking forward to being a mom and being a role model for Taylin.
I am a whole new person. ReMerge changed everything about everything, and I'm courageous, I'm strong, I know how to advocate for myself. Like, he looks to me for everything, and I can confidently say that I know what I'm doing.
My whole attitude just kind of did a 180, and I started reaching out to all of my support systems. I started actually enjoying AA meetings that I had to go to. It became a want, not a have to. And I think that's the biggest change is today I'm really grateful for everything that I have, and for the support of my family, and for the opportunities that I've been given. I'm really hopeful to get into cardiovascular sonography somewhere, hopefully the heart hospital. That's like one of my biggest dreams.
I haven't had a license since 2013, and I was able to actually go get a brand new 2015 car, Nissan Versa. It's mine. Finally got my license back. I carry a full-time job with opportunities in the future. Like, I'm dependable. They actually want me around. Now I have an open line of communication with my daughter. I'm learning she's at 13, so I'm learning all the crazy things that, the unforbidden things that you talk to your kids now. I'm learning that that's okay now.
I'm an amazing mom today. I put my kids to bed every night. No matter how crazy they drive me, it's still a privilege to be their mom. Because at one point, that looked like it wasn't gonna happen for me.
I got full custody awarded to me of both of my daughters. I've got my own house, my own car. I'm able to live day to day, clean and sober.
Well, I've been sober a little over 2 years now. It's the first time since I was 12. And I have a car, I have a house. I have a really good job where I get to help people that are just like me. I have friends, like real friendships, and people that love me and care about me and look up to me and want to be like me. And that's never happened before. They talk about it. I've heard them talk about it to their friends. My mom's back. We didn't even know my mom like this, and it's amazing.
Just ReMerge the staff as a whole. I mean, Lindsay, Caitlin, you guys have been a real big part of like a mother figure that I really didn't have. My mom was there growing up and she did the best that she can, and I love her to death. But she didn't know how to set an example.
Just every Lindsay, Terry, Rose, my mom, John Henry. I could go on. Just everybody God strategically placed in my life.
I'm grateful for the staff at ReMerge. Grateful for literally all of the donors that make ReMerge possible. And I'm grateful for my support system, my mom and my family.
My mom, for sure. I would have been back with my ex if it wasn't for her being able to stay at home with me for those 6 months before I came into ReMerge. My dad for taking me and my kids in and giving us a place to live for the last 7 months.
Definitely Dee Dee. She kind of stepped up and became a second mom to me. And before I had my license, she would take me to work and pick me up to go UA and take my kids to daycare. And she, I know there's no way I would have been able to do it without her. And then my daughter's foster mom, Hannah.
My mom for being there for my kids when I couldn't be. Without her, I don't know what my family would have had to go through to get here, but she's definitely been my saving grace, and I want to thank her from the bottom of my heart.
But today, I love myself, and I know that Taylin is so lucky that I'm her mom, and I'm so lucky that she's my daughter.
So it's like before I had this black hole in my heart that couldn't be filled, that I tried to fill with drugs and alcohol, and ReMerge showed me that it could be filled with love.
Discover where you're wrong at and be accepting and willing to change those things in your life. When you do all that, you're going to find a new freedom within yourself, and you're going to be so much happier.
To the donors that donate, you change lives every day. I had no hope. I thought I was going to die on the streets, and I have a life now, and I have my kids back, and they're proud of me, and I appreciate that. And the staff, I love the staff. I love all of you all, and just thank you. Thank you for all the hard work that you do. Thank you for believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself.
Thank you for believing in the mothers of ReMerge, and thank you for believing in second chances, because you have saved my life. You've saved my kid's life. You're breaking the cycle, and you have no idea what it means to us.